And welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 4. Now, what I did actually find is I thought there was going to be something else in this place, and I was absolutely right. There was a covert operations manual about here, so I've got that now. It's got to itch my eyeball. Sorry, folks. Okay, continuing on. So we're working for the railroad at the moment, even. And we've got a little bit of a trek back to where we were. Not quite sure where Kate's wandered off to.
Going up.
Going up. Ooh, hatch. Blob floor. Nice. We're on the blob floor. So not too far from 28 either. Still tempted to put the difficulty up. To be honest, even a little bit further. Now, this could be a little bit of a long load screen, folks, only because it's the first time today I've played, so it hasn't had a chance to render or all that jazz. God, that shadow effect is so clever. I don't know why I'm just kind of blown away by that shadow effect. Okay, so we made it out nice and safe. Probably got quite a big journey back. Meet Deacon at Old North Church. Boom. Every issue of Hot Rodder you collect adds a new unique paint job for your power armor, available at any power armor station. Well, that's cool, but I've not really found many of the magazines. Now, the X01 series, I reckon, is the Enclave model that we saw in Fallout 3. Might be wrong. I was just reading an article, actually, about how different Fallout 4's power armor implementation is in the previous games, and it is. It's kind of unique that we've got to get the, the frame and then put items onto the frame. I like it. I like it a lot. It feels more power armor-y. The only thing that's a bit different is that even if you look at the lore of power armor from the past, once upon a time, it was said that like the portable power core that powered power armor, say that when you're drunk, it could last centuries, but apparently not. Oh, Deacon, old boy. Painfully obvious as well. Oh, all instantly coming back to me. They say he's changes his face every... Oh, what is that bloody... No, it's going out of my head again. It was on the tip of my tongue there, that character that I was referring to in the last video. Okay, where are you, Deke? You're underground still.
And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder, and blasted his way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word he said was true and then some.
Every word he said was true, and then some.
If you didn't have the prototype, I'd think you're both lying through your teeth.
See? Just like I said, boss.
I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, including Glory, to secure that prototype. But instead, just the two of you cleared out the entire switchboard.
You'd be insane not to sign him up, Des.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon. He's never spoken about, or lied about, anyone so highly before. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Okay then. Glad to be aboard.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in. Now we need to know what to call you. Secrecy keeps us alive. Code names are a part of that. So what's yours?
Call me Fixer, call me Professor. I'm gonna go with call me Professor because in Doctor Who, one of the previous Doctors was called Professor.
A response would be appreciated.
Call me Professor.
You certainly demonstrated your intelligence. Professor it is. Your first official order is to deliver Dr. Carrington his prototype and see if he can use another pair of hands. But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang.
Yay!
Our HQ is one of our most capable
I'm feeling
guards,
overdue for some
so be
reconstructive
careful
surgery.
coming in or out.
Ooh, maybe I'll go
Never
blonde
stand
next
up when
time.
being
I could use some fun.
Do you have a minute? I think we should talk.
Sure I do. I'll always have time to listen to you, Kate.
I always have time to listen to you, Kate.
Good. Because this isn't easy for me to say, and I want to get it right. Where do I begin? Did you know I spent 3 years fighting at the combat zone? 3 years of
I
getting
did.
beaten to hell by a bunch of losers and lunatics. After the matches were over, I'd spit out the blood, stitch me wounds, and do a couple of shots of Psycho to keep me going. I fucking hated it. I hated the crowds, I hated the other fighters, and I hated myself. I never understood why I put myself through all that. Until now. It was because I was alone. And I think deep down, I wanted to die. I wanted one of my opponents to crush the life out of me, the easy way out.
Well, that's the past. You're not alone anymore.
Well, that's the past. You're not alone anymore.
Then maybe you know what I'm trying to say to you. My life's been nothing but one huge failure after another. You've heard all my stories, and you know the prices I've paid. There were a few times, when things got really bad, that I found myself staring down the barrel of my own shotgun. I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger. I guess I was praying that I could find a single decent scrap of humanity in this fucked up world. And then, what you did for me back there at Vault 95, it was like the answer to those prayers. That's the first time in me life I've fully depended on someone else, and they didn't let me down. God damn it, I'm making a mess of this.
Stay calm, Kate. And I think she likes us, folks. You're not messing... I would actually say that.
You're not messing anything up. You're doing just fine.
I'm trying to hold it together. Maybe I should just get to the point. The longer we've been spending time together, the more I'm beginning to realize what you mean to me. And I'm not just talking about you watching me back or sharing a drink together. I mean more than that. Before we met, I'd never let me guard down around anyone. I didn't dare. But with you, I feel like I can let you in and see me for everything that I am. For better or for worse. Look, I can't go back to the way things were before we met. I won't. But what I need you to do is look me in the eyes and tell me you feel something too.
Ooh. Now, you see, of course I do. I'm in love with you, Kate. Now oh, God, this is a tough call.
Of course I do. I'm in love with you, Kate.
You're what? You said... you're in love with me. I can't do that right now. I'm just not ready. I'm sorry.
You have gained the Trigger Rush
I'm
perk.
getting tired of waiting.
So wait, have I just messed up the romance? Because I'm not having that happen. What the hell? So that was another perk. Perk. What was it called? It's gone out of my head now. Trigger Rush, wasn't it? Okay, that's quite cool. Now, I'm actually gonna... Okay. Now... Right. I'm gonna try this again, but I'm gonna put on my charisma gear and see if I can get the right outcome. So let's see if I can manage this. Okay, apparel. We need... Reginald's suit. I should have a charisma of 6. Okay. But what I'm also going to do, folks, is when we get down there, I'm going to use some mentats and boost my charisma even higher. See, I am really regretting it now, not picking or at least creating a slightly better charisma build. Because I gave myself, like, no charisma. Okay, so inventory, aid. Now, which ones is it? That's it. So I've got a good bit of charisma now.
And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder.
Carrying you?
Amazing.
Sure.
That's one
I am
Deacon
quite
told
amazing.
me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word he said was true, and then some.
Every word he said was true, and then some.
A full 100. I can't even imagine. I was expecting but instead,
You'd be insane.
you certainly made an impression.
So we've had all this conversation before.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems. So you're in.
Call me Professor.
Call me.
You certainly. You're first, but first,
Uh-huh.
the location of our HQ.
Oh, Deacon
is
can
one
be a
of the
companion. I miss that.
So be careful coming in or out.
I always have time.
Good.
Can tell when you're being
Yes, we've had all this before, Kate. Thank you.
I never... It was because...
Very kind of sweet, conversation
the
we're having with
Mate,
Kate.
there were a few... and that's... Goddamn.
It's all right, Kate.
I'll be fine. The longer... And I'm not just talking about before we...
Sure.
But with you. Look, but what I need...
See, that's even with a 10 charisma, that's still a really difficult one to make.
Of course I do. I'm in love with you, Kate.
You're what? You said... You're in love with me. I didn't know. I mean, I felt something between us. But I thought it was something else. Why? Why would you fall in love with someone as screwed up as I am?
The thing is... You're right, I made a mistake. It'll have to wait. See, that's something I'd say, we're both a little screwed up.
To tell you the truth, we're both a little screwed up. A perfect match for one another.
I can't argue with that. This has to be the first time I put all my cards on the table and didn't end up losing everything. You don't know how much this means to me. To have someone special in my life. I promise you. I mean to make the most of it.
You've gained the Trigger Rush perk. Okay, so sleeping while you have a romantic companion temporarily grants you... Oh, I see. So we can...
Some of the people you meet will be Institute replacements. Synth duplicates, so be careful what you say.
So that's interesting, folks. That
Just says we stay here until you leave. No pressure.
So we now can have a sexual relationship with Kate. Now, I like Kate, and I've liked her since I sort of found her.
You got what it takes to go far with us. I can tell.
She's just a cool character. I like her a lot. Thing is, as much as she is kind of really brash and really kind of in your face about stuff, she's had a horrible upbringing. So the fact that, she has changed and she's still changing, needs to be respected, that.
This is it. It may lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe, and we've taken precautions not to be surprised again. Things are chaotic right now, so there's plenty for you to do.
Why is she randomly just smoking, Kate? Tut tut. Okay, railroad agent. Oh, robot. Hello, Pam. I do like these assaultrons when we can actually meet them up close.
Listen up, everyone. This is the professor. He did the switchboard op with Deacon. He's a full agent, effective immediately.
Deacon's record
I'm
is the
counting on
best.
each of you to show him the
You can
ropes.
learn a lot from
Feel
him.
free to welcome him aboard. That is all.
Why are you talking to nobody?
I
It's
want to
not
flush
an
your system
easy
with
road
Radaway
you've
before
chosen,
your hair falls out.
but you're never alone in this.
There's too many people talking. I'm really just looking for things to steal. Is that bad? Yeah, I'm already stealing from my
There's more
ally.
going on than you know. Trust me.
I like your hat, dude.
The sensor sweep says you're clean. Hooray! We're bug free.
Okay, I went through a sensor sweep.
I went through a sensor sweep?
Every test Des would let me run. Full EMF scan, biological sniffers, and other state-of-the-art security. So the sweep says the Institute isn't watching you. Or us. But the tests lie, man. Okay, have you eaten anything out there? Because if you have, they got you.
No, I never eat anything.
No, I never eat anything.
You see, that's smart. That's smart, man. S-M-A-R-T. But you gotta be careful. The Institute has these tiny microscopic robots in the food, man. And they report back.
Tom, that's rubbish.
You just don't get it, Carrington. The Institute is in your blood.
That's a lot to process.
That's a lot to process.
Please don't believe a word of this bollocks.
Okay. If you really want to be safe, let me give you a little shot. Desdemona says no one has to, but it will kill those little robots.
There's battery acid in that serum of yours.
You can't nuke an omelet without irradiating some eggs. You ready to shoot up?
What's in the shot?
What's in the shot?
Okay, we got algae, some yummy bacteria culture, and just a little bit of battery acid. But we gotta burn those babies out of you. It's a hard reboot of your system, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Fine. Let them hear and see everything. Okay. I hope you like your whole life being downloaded to the Institute's mainframe.
Actually, I dosed myself with radiation to kill the blood robots.
Actually, I dose myself with radiation to kill the blood robots.
I read you, man. Smart. I'd rather have some hair loss than let the Institute win. Hey, you get it, man. I make things around here. You go and do. You do whatever. And come back, and I will set you up.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
Make yourself comfortable, and prepare to be astounded.
Okay, what are you carrying then, sir? 50 caliber, we'll take that. Ooh. Gauss rifles. Nice. Tinker Tom special. Not particularly that awesome, really. Rippers are cool. Speed V fast. Oh, good shotgun shells. Okay, what have we got we can sell you? I'm never going to use the assassins. Never going to use that. Never. See, I'm never really going to use that deliverer. Something else I can buy to bring. So having a good bit of 5mm rounds is good. That mighty combat rifle was kind of cool, so I think I'll keep that for the time being. I'll keep the hazmat suit. You never know when it might be useful. To be honest, I'm thinking of selling my wedding ring. Maybe I won't for the time being. So he's got some decent stuff on him. I want to talk to that robot. Oh, you've got a thing above your head, but I want to talk to that robot.
Glad you signed on.
It's our newest agent.
Means I might
Stop
have
all
to
talking at
measure
the
that
same
out.
freaking time, you
Make sure you're
noobs.
never followed here. It's all our asses if you are.